supposed to be in your bed asleep. No. Hmm? Yeah. Shush. Alright. Shush. Yeah. You're supposed to be asleep. This didn't go according to plan, did it? No. Wait for your mama to come and get you.
Wobbling.
Yeah. I know. Shush. Shush. You have to wait a minute. Look, you're on the live, look. Say hi. Yeah. Someone woke up at the wrong time, didn't they? Yeah? Hmm? You're on YouTube. Yeah, you're not happy about that. Right, let's have a look. How do we do chat? Wait for some more people. Evening, everyone. All messages are visible. Super chat. There's the chat. I can see it now. Evening, everyone. You're not supposed to be in a live chat. You were supposed to be asleep, wasn't you? Yeah. We wait for some more people to come through, don't we? Eh? My little bruiser, 4 months old tomorrow, I think. Yeah. Who's that? Who's it? Is it you? Hey? Let's have a little look. It's not really the same with them. Dave, hi Grant. Ian, evening. Phil, evening. Doing very well. Evening, bud. Getting in quick. Any progress in getting another garage? Been looking at loads. We're just waiting. Apparently my roof's fixed now. Nutty Potterhead, hi Dad.
That's me.
You?
Yeah, that's my iPad account.
GG, evening. Dave, evening. Wayne, evening. Nick, evening. Tony, James, evening. Dean, evening.
John
George,
Higgins,
evening. Brookie, evening.
He's getting more hair than he's old.
Quarterlina or something, evening. Jim,
Someone
if you're not in it, you can't win it, that is right. Clifton, evening. Steve, evening. John, Andy, evening. Jonathan, evening. Hi mate, love
He's
to
getting more hair than his old
Mercedes,
man,
WC
somebody
Black
commented.
Interior, you know any. Richard, not at the moment. Dean, he needs an RS Turbo, he's got one, don't worry.
Somebody
He's going to
said,
take
"Is
over all the
it
fleet. Loads of good content. Thanks, Marcus. Jim, evening. Lee, evening. Brian, evening. Oi, oi. What's all that noise for? You're supposed to be asleep. Now you're
Dad,
dribbling
did
all
you see the
over.
comment where they said he's getting more hair than his old man? I found that funny.
Yeah.
And then somebody said breastfeeding again.
Oh dear, oh dear. Alright. Malcolm, evening. 2 minutes, say evening too. Wait for a few more to join people. He was asleep in his cot and then he just woke up. And his mother's upstairs bathing the couple of the girls. Reflect then, alright, evening.
Someone commented our wallpaper
Pierce.
with a nice creepy smiley face.
Funky wallpaper, yeah. In the living room. Oi, what are we going to do with you, eh? You're going to be whinging all evening, aren't you? And you just see your mother.
Someone said, how's the house move gone, Grant? They called because
House move is very stressful. We're living in 3/4 of a building site. Well, no, it's nearly done. The house is nearly done.
Andy Spencer said Dave lended me that van for 12 months.
What I need to do is open YouTube on my phone, go and find that post somewhere.
Someone, Phil1969 just said that wallpaper is doing my eyes in.
It's doing my eyes in. Oh, it's the worst decision I had.
Baby will definitely take you after dude, always making noise.
You're tired. Why don't you go sleep again?
Someone said, have you lost anything?
Oh, Lily, I can't concentrate, love. You don't have to read every comment
yeah, I
to
know,
me.
but still,
Sorry, my daughter's sat over there.
In
Alright, where are we doing? I don't know what I'm doing here. Bear with, people. Trying to find my post so I can read your questions. And then we'll get on to the live giveaway. Oh. Yeah, Lily, shush.
Who the hell was that, and how do they know my name?
Because I said your name. Q&A live. I don't want to enter live. Bum, 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 bum. What's the crap at this? Bear with. I'll open up YouTube on a laptop. I know how to use that. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's enough. Why are you moaning? Aye. Aye. Shush. Shush, 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 shush. You want to go on YouTube? You say hello to everyone. Yeah? Say hello? No, you're not happy with that, are you? No. Who's that?
Someone just asked what the giveaway is.
The giveaway was a battery tester that we got sent to review, and the competition ran for a week, and I'm going to do a live giveaway on that now. Well, in a minute. Let's find the Q&A questions. There we
Oh,
go.
someone said the baby's adorable, and that is very true.
It is true. He's adorable. He's not whinging. Okay, right, I've got them questions up now. I'll get to these questions in a minute.
Oh, someone just gave you £5.
Alf and Sue, treat your kids, thanks, you're great, thank you, very kind.
How nice.
I don't know where this money goes, to be honest. Someone done it before. Must go to the YouTube thing. Right, let's get to some of these questions. There's quite a few. Mr. Wayno, have you made a final decision whether you're going to go balls deep into a new workshop with a spray booth full time? I know you've been more than patient with the roof situation. Apparently the roof is fixed, the roofers came back, they fixed it. I haven't done anything inside because I want to give it a good month or whatever and make sure that it's definitely not leaking. I am looking on Rightmove every day. I'm trying to find somewhere. I found a few. They won't accept motor trade. It's quite difficult around my area to find anything that's sort of affordable. Most of them are a few grand a month, and everyone I've tried to look at so far won't have motor trade. But I am carrying on looking. I hope that answers your question. Excuse me. This is really not helpful. Do you want to go and sit with your sister?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah?
nice.
You come and get him?
I can't pick him up.
1 second.
Again, I am not.
Just shut up. Be quiet.
Well, what's
I
that?
don't need a commentary. Right, sorry about that.
Someone asked if you're going to turn one of your cars into electric.
I don't know. I'll get to them questions in a minute. Shane Brown, does your missus understand your love for the Mark II Escort? Yeah, I think she does.
Yeah, I think he loves I think he loves the car more than I.
What's your family car?
He ain't got one yet.
Can you shut up?
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. Sorry. 900 kids are going to end up in a living room in a minute. Family car. She's got a, what's it called? Freelander HST Sport thing. She don't hardly use it. Last year, I think we just done MOT on it. She's done 800 and something miles in the year. We've got to get a 7-seater, so I'm going to find a 7-seater for us. And I've got a little Fiesta Sport van.
It's cheaper.
We do garage to room, Essex garage conversions, where the babies come from. I'm not going to answer that question live on YouTube. If you do Google, be careful. Search that in Google, some weird things may come up. But I'm not getting involved because I have children in the room. Lee Fairhurst, Grant, do the bath, then give it to Gaz to detail. That way we get to see the whole job, cake and eat it. I probably am going to do the bath. Gary's already cleaned it today, just a general clean. I emptied all of the filth out of it. He's washed it down for me while I was painting. And I'm going to get onto that when I get a chance.
Baby. What's up? Look, there's Daddy.
Come, give him here.
I am not picking him up.
You'll be fine.
No.
1 second.
If Mum found out, she'd flipping kill me and then kill you after. He's got baby problems. He'll be back in a few minutes. Shh. This comic's hilarious. Just sellotaping the kid to the ceiling.
Gaffer, take the kid away. We're sorted.
Sellotape the kid.
We're back. Change the nappy, Grant. No, Mummy's got him now. You'll be fine.
Baby Grant had black hair.
Right, let's get to these other comments first. Stu Hollyhead. I've had over 150 cars easily, but the one I would have back would be my Fiat Strada or a Bath. I've not seen one of them for years. What would your previous car be that you'd want back? I'd done a stupid thing when I was younger. See if I can find a picture. I bought a Sierra Cosworth. I think it had 50,000 miles on the clock. In Flint Grey as well. And I bought that for £250, and that's on my kids' lives gospel. Yeah, the guy had it from New, I believe. I think I was the second owner from New, and I thought I was onto a right touch and sold it for £3,500 like a plum. And yeah, I wish I kept that. That's one of the cars that I wish I kept. I don't know if this will. We might be able to do that. I don't know if that'll show. Yeah, you might be able to see that.
I could see it.
I paid £250 for that and valeted that, and that was it. And I wish that I never sold that. Let's find out the next one. Graham Shillingford. Don't you fancy getting your mitts on a Mark 1 Audi Quattro? What a car. They are a good car. Never really been my thing. Because I like going sideways. And having a Quattro is not as good as fun. But they do move and they are a nice car. Andy Spencer. Any chance Dave letting me have that van for 12 months? I need to go back to my 20s. I've no questions as you cover everything. I'll ask Dave for you. Shizface. Would love to see some Escort RS Turbo content. Would you pick one up for the right money? Being able to weld makes only one a lot less daunting. Yeah, always look. I come that close to buying a couple so far, and they've just not been the right money. It's fine if you want a car to own, but if you want a car to do up and sell and earn money, obviously this is what I do to earn a living. I've got to buy them at the right money to be able to do whatever needs doing and then earn some profit from it. So when one comes up for the right money, I will be buying one. Let's have a look.
So thanks to Alf and Sue.
Uh,
Yeah, you're a bit
content,
far behind
especially
that.
enjoyed. What's your right? Nicholas Hitchman. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Hey Grant, really enjoyed watching all your content you put out, especially enjoyed watching you work your magic on the ZVH Fiesta Turbo. What are your best and worst purchases you've ever made? It doesn't have to be car related. That's so hard to answer. I actually can't answer that. I think the best thing I've ever bought is my little mini lift, my ramp, work-wise.
I would love to be.
The worst thing I've bought, oh God, king-size bed and having too many kids. No, I'm only joking. No, I don't know. Can't really answer that one. Craig Noble, how do you choose what colour of primer you use on certain paint colours? It's just a paint. Is it just a paint supplier recommendation, or is there a method you use? So, general grey primer I use for quite a lot of colours. Things like yellows and reds, I use a white primer, and blues are very transparent. So I use like black primers and blues. Some silvers as well. It helps with silver. And what other colours? Use black primer. Some greys use black primer on greys as well. But yeah, I mean, you can just use grey if you want to. It's only to do with coverage and stuff like that. Dave Soden, I think, says, if you could only afford one spray gun, which would you choose and what size tip? I can only afford one spray gun, a general all-rounder. It'd be a DeVille GTI Pro Light with a 1.3 tip and a TE20 air cap. You get to choose when you buy one of them. Brilliant guns, especially for the money. Nowadays, they're cheap, if that makes sense. There's a lot more expensive guns out there now, but that would definitely be the main gun I'd go for. Bobsy Runkle, I think that's what it says. Who and what got you into cars, and what was your first car? I don't really know what got me into cars. My dad always had loads and loads of cars. God blimey, he used to change his cars all the time, so it's probably my dad's fault. And my first car was a Fiesta, I think, was my first car. Garage to room, Essex garage conversions. Why does, I'm not going to read that out live, and I'm not going to ask. David Sayers, will Dave's Fiesta blow up on the rollers next week? Probably. What is the most difficult colour to paint? Right. F. Sukaria, I think that's how it's pronounced. What is the most difficult colours to paint? Now that is not an easy question to answer, because everybody struggles with different things. For me, because my eyes are not that great, white is a pain for me because I can't see it properly. Until you are spraying it, you'll understand. But in general, all paint's easy to paint for me. But three-stage pearls, there's more involved because you've got more and more colours to do, which I don't have a problem with them. I don't find them difficult at all. Silvers I don't have a problem with. It's only colours that I find difficult to see. So bright yellows and whites is what I find hard to paint. Everything else I sort of fine with. I just treat it exactly the same as any other colour. Let's have a look. Craig Floyd, what? You're giving me the Nova. No, I'm not giving the Nova away. Missed that one. I was going to ask the same about the units. Chris Cocker, yeah, the unit is apparently fixed. My roof is apparently fixed. It hasn't leaked yet, and we did have some heavy rain, but I'm not doing anything on the inside until I know 100% that it's going to stay dry. Not wasting any more money in there. And if I find something good, then we're going to move. John Louch, what are your plans for finishing the Renault 5? Loads of people ask about the Renault 5. I have got to do odds and sods in between the Renault 5. The Renault 5's not earning me no money, and I've still got to pay bills, so I have to keep coming on and off, on and off. My plans are next week the Cossy's coming back in. I'm going to get the roof lining out, see if we can repair it and put it back in. If we can't, I'm going to find another roof lining. So a couple of days on the Cosy, and then I'd really like to get back on the Renault and spend the rest of the week on the Renault. So it is coming, but you've got to understand this is actually my livelihood as well. If I had all the free time in the world, then we could just do whatever we wanted, but I have still got to do jobs in between to earn money. So the Renault will be coming, don't worry. Lost Man, Grant, I need a price to mop and polish my Focus ST. Not saying that I would take on. You're better off looking up Gary or Dan at Reef. You got GI detailing and Reflex automotive detailing in quite a lot of my videos. Have a look, speak to them. Lulu, love the channel. Any chance you could paint my 1.5 JZ 3-door Sierra? If so, what costs? Sorry mate, I'm not working for people at the moment. I'm just doing my own stuff. Dave 32800, did you manage to sell the 2-door Cosworth replica yet? That's gone. Paul Cushing, what spray gun would you recommend for beginners or no professional? I don't know what that means yet. Only ask because I currently have a DeVilbiss HVLP gravity fed gun. Only brought it as my dad was a panel beater painter back in the 70s at full dealership. He always said if you're going to buy a spray gun, DeVilbiss is a good gun, will save you time. Yep, DeVilbiss is a really good make. Modern DeVilbiss, if you're a beginner, it's irrelevant if you're a beginner or a professional. I don't care what people say. If you buy cheap, you buy twice. My advice would be, if you're just starting out, go and get like a finish line DeVilbiss, really good gun. Try and get it in a 1.3. It's a good all-rounder for a bit of everything. And if you want to up the budget a little bit, try and find yourself a DeVilbiss GTI Pro Lite. That'll get you out of trouble, and they're really good. I use them all the time. Everyone, loads of people use them. I've got all of the other guns as well, don't get me wrong, but I always go back to my Pro Lite. Dave P, here's an off-topic one that we do see regularly. What, in your opinion, is your best vape mod tank, and whose and what flavour juice do you use? Excuse me. Very difficult question to answer on the vape. I vape a juice called Killer Custard from America. I import it over myself. The best vape, there isn't a best vape. It's whatever suits you. You know, some people could have a starter kit and some people could be on a dripper or a squonker or whatever. So I can't really answer that one, I'm afraid. Hope that helps. John Fitzpatrick, when is the roof getting fixed so you can do some proper jobs? It is apparently fixed, like I said. Neil L, what were your first cars and what years? My first car, I believe, was a Fiesta, and I can't remember for the life of me. I think it was a Mark II Fiesta. I might be wrong. Yeah, no, I think it was a Mark II Fiesta. I'd like to see your extraction system and fans. John Fenney, I'd like to see your extraction system and fans. I did do a video on this. Are they explosion proof? Yes, it is explosion proof. How high is outside stack above the ceiling? The recommended amount, if that helps. Winging it, you giving away subscribers. I try not to. Big John Fury, listen geezer, what's the best touch you ever had on a motor? Keep up the good work. I pissed myself when you wore a motor in case the roof caved in. The best touch I've had on a motor. God blimey. I honestly can't remember. I thought that I had the best touch ever when I bought a Cosy for 250 quid, sold it for 3.5 grand. But if I'd have kept that now, that would have been worth a small fortune. So back then it was a touch, but now, no. Sam Warburton, how did you learn to paint? Are you self-taught or did you do time served? Thanks. So when I was about 12 floors or 14?
What's the
And then
question?
when I worked with Gary, I was about 14. I was a bit of a tearaway. I wasn't in school, and when I worked for one of my friend's neighbours, he was a car sprayer. He's passed away now, bless him. But yeah, he kind of taught me. I think I spent a couple of years with him on and off. He taught me the basics. Never let me paint. I was like allowed to primer and flat polish, and that was about it. And then the rest is all self-taught. I've been in and out of it for years. Like I've had a 7-year break since before I came back. Probably was it 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
Started painting a couple of years ago, and I had a 7-year break from painting. So yeah, just sort of mainly self-taught. Loads of watching YouTube. YouTube weren't about when I learned then, but yeah, after that. So yeah. Jeff Kemp, do you have an aversion to full-length trousers? Always wear shorts. I've worn shorts for years. I'll only bust out a pair of trousers if it's about -10.
No, you don't. You still wear shorts.
Sometimes. I'm getting married in shorts. No, for weddings I do put trousers on actually.
So you was
Just
wearing a
have it right.
suit for our wedding, darling?
Yeah, I do. I do wear trousers if I have to.
Have you just seen that comment about
I've not
rumour
looked.
has it that he wears
I've not looked at any
shorts
of them.
24/7?
Yeah, I do. I'm not looking at the live comments. I'm reading from the other questions at the moment. Terry VW, how much has lockdown / roof made a difference to your business? Well, it's not technically a business for the public as such. I own another company as well, so I get a wage, but all it's done for me is push the car prices sky high, so it's really, really hard to buy them now. All salvage is expensive. And obviously the roof, I lost a small fortune. I've had to pay people to paint stuff for me. So yeah, it's cost me quite a lot of money. Lee Rutherford, if you had the choice between a Mark II RS Mexico or an RS16i, which would you have as your own car? Mark II Escort, without questioning. Buck 3366. Alright, Grant, any car you really regret selling? Only the Cosy I had many years ago, a Saf Cosy that I bought for peanuts. I was a second owner, 50,000 on the clock, I believe. Alan Craigie, where did you learn your trade? Mainly self-taught. Just answered that on another one. Pete, I don't know if I mucked that up. McHugh, but you have to excuse me, I'm dyslexic and can't read properly.
To read.
How did you end up in the motor trade? Are you a painter or panel beater? I'm not a panel beater.
How did you think I wanted to stay down here?
As I just answered before, I learnt to paint. All of my kind of panel beating skills I've sort of learnt myself, but I am by no means a panel beater. I get by and I get myself out of trouble, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a panel beater by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a much better painter than I am a panel beater. Hughie's Workshop, what was your first car? It was a Fiesta.
It's a stop sign on.
Can't read that on there, it's too long. Russ Curry, what is your favourite car you have owned so far and why? Favourite car I've owned and why? That was back there. When I was young, really wanted a Jag XJ6. And that was one of my favourite cars when I was young. And I managed to get one when I was about 20, didn't I? I bought out of the showroom. I was over the moon with owning an XJ6. That was my favourite car then, but my dream car's always been Mark II Escorts, and actually the one that I've currently got is my most favourite because it's got everything on it that I wanted a Mark II to have. So yeah, both now. Andrew Smythe, what's happened to the Nova? The Nova's in the yard. I will get round to the Nova, just trying to earn a couple of bob and catch up with things. The Nova will be coming back in. Lee Meakin went to the XR2. That got sold. The black XR2 went up for sale. What did it? Sebring Pretzel. Treated the arches about 10 years ago with wax oil. Now they've just started to pit and surface rust. What would you do? Proceeding, retreating this. Many thanks, Rob. Rob Lincoln. If you got rust coming through from 10 years ago, and the rear arches, a lot of that's to do with not cleaning your arches properly. On the lip of your arches, you get a build up of mud and dirt and crud. If you cleaned that properly and it was wax oiled or treated, it would keep the rust away for a lot longer. The only thing you can do is get rid of all of that now and try and retreat it and do it again. But that's the only reason that you're going to get corrosion in there, is from not cleaning it properly.
You just apologise for Lacey. She's on my account. She's just written a song, and it is funny.
I can't see him. Can you shut up? Go upstairs. What is she doing in the comments? These kids should be asleep. Right, let's read some of these comments. There's so many there. Jesus Christ. This is what happened last time I went live. Can't keep up with all this. Bear with people. I'm rubbish at this.
Do you want me to read? What's the giveaway?
Cheers, Pig. You seen any Mark Monastro GTs about? No, I haven't. John Higgins, love the wallpaper. I don't, it does my eyes in.
Do you want me to read from the top because you've mislaid out?
Get a garage in Sheerness. Too far to travel. Beauty and the Beast. Good evening. Come on, good evening.
Is it snowing yet?
Dave Pearce, any ideas when you get back on a GC Turbo? Just covered that hopefully next week. Hi. Dean is here, big up Salvage Flippers, great channel, thank you. What's happened to the Sierra Cosworth replica Mark S? That's sold that a while ago now. One's getting tired, yeah. There's the move gone, Grant. Very stressful. And lockdown and not being able to get the bathroom finished and the kitchen finished, and we've got 90% of a brand new kitchen fitted and about the 60% of a bathroom, mate.
Mhm.
The rest of the house is done.
You working backwards or something?
No, it's the way that they show up on here. Right. Let's scroll down some catch up. Sorry, people. I'm trying to read some of these. So,
What's the giveaway?
you thought we're doing a competition with numbers for paintwork? No, I haven't. If you could have a Night Rider, what would you ask Kit? Go and get me a coffee, is what I'd ask him. Fine, I've covered that.
You can't get in there.
Will Jones, what's happening with your bath? I'm probably going to do your bath. Sean Oakley, do you know any Mark II RS2000s for sale? No, I don't. Lee Morris, I've got a mint cosy, I'll sell you. Get your money out. Richard Bartholomew, Volvo 850 T5R. Yeah, I've had loads of them chasing me in the past. And they move. Richard, dining, buy the white Escort van, do your magic on it. I thought about it, and I've got too much to do at the moment. I'm here just for the free stuff. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll do the free stuff in a second. What's your oldest car you have bought? Laura Jarvis.
It's not me. It's Lacey.
Oh. Richard Bartholomew, what do you think of car clean showroom shine? If you have too many kids, you should watch TV more, mate. Don't watch TV at all. I've not heard of that. I'm presuming that's a TV programme. Reflect Automotive Detail. Rumour has it you don't own a single pair of trousers and live in shorts 24/7, even when it's -2 outside. I
True.
definitely do. How many? I do have trousers upstairs. How many have I got?
One pair of
Plus
jeans.
jogging bottoms.
Jogging bottoms and jeans.
Yeah, I
One
own some
pair of
jogging bottoms and
each.
jeans and a pair of trousers actually
And
in
a
my
pair of
wardrobe.
trousers.
Yeah, that's the only trousers I own. Least favourite car you bought? Nutty Potterhead. That's Liddy, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, the Fiat 500 a bath that I've just bought was vile inside. I'm not going to tell everyone what was in it, but it was vile.
Are you confused?
Jamie Stickland, hi Grant, have you ever thought about doing banger racing? No, because when I wanted to get into it, my mate Luke used to do it, and all that. I had a bad motorbike accident when I was young, and I shattered my heel to pieces, and any more impact on my leg, I probably wouldn't be able to walk again on that one, so that's put me off and I've never done it. Darren Rue, Setajet 5000 RP and HVLP guns are the guns I use. They are the yeah, very good guns. I've got 5500 phaser, and that's alright, but funny enough, I don't actually like it. It's brand new, I've used it about 3 times. I'm probably going to sell that. Not the gun itself, but the phaser. I don't like the hold of it, how it feels. Right. Slow to it, yeah. Get back in and see. Right. Let's sort this giveaway out for everyone. I've actually gone through my laptop, all my emails, and I've deleted emails that didn't need to be in the email thing, and only 2 that I need to keep. So we've got 161 in total. Give me a second. Get his laptop up. So we're going to do a random number generator 159 entries. So let's try, see if I can do it. Right, so it's not going to be easy to do that way. So you don't need to see all the emails, but yeah, I've got 161 emails in my inbox, and 2 of them are mine. So I've got the random number generator up there. So we're gonna put 159. Let's just double check. 161. Yeah. Minimum 1, maximum. Yeah. So we're gonna do generate 154. So whoever comes in at 154 will be the winner. So it's going to be that page. Let's go to the last page. 166. What number was it? 154. So there's my 2 I need to keep. So 58, 57, 56, 55, 54. That 154. M. Zaman, I believe. M. Zaman, you are the winner of the battery tester. I will email you in a minute, but if you are on here now, then send me an email and I'll sort that out and post it off to you next week. Right, that's that bit sorted. Very professional as always. Not very good at all this. So congratulations, M. Zaman, I believe that's how it's pronounced. We'll sort that out as soon as possible. Late joining, Jonathan, you ain't missed much. Next in London, when you're going to spray my Mini? Simon, in about 3 years, when you're going to finish my kitchen? Right, let's read some of these. Does the new 4-coat pearls tinted lacquer scare you, Grant? No, just paint. And what you'll find is, depending on what paint systems you use, there won't necessarily be a 4-coat. As for some of the 3-stage pearls, some of them you can do them in a couple of stages as well. But yeah, I've not actually done any 4-coat. I've done a couple of tinted lacquers before. I'm not really fussed. You get to a point where you worry about things, don't get me wrong, but it is, at the end of the day, it's just paint. If you follow your procedures every time, it should come out and be okay. Country. What's your thoughts on the new MST Mark II Escort, Jay? Listen, only if you are very, very rich would you buy something like that. And it's not a real Mark II Escort. Yes, it is real in general, but I'm just saying it's not even an Escort, a Ford, is it? I wouldn't pay 70, 80 grand for one. I'm sorry. Don't matter how much money you have. I'm pretty confident you could fully restore a bag of nails for cheaper than that, and it'd be a real genuine item. I'd rather do that. Chris Evans, I know what was in the Fiat. Yeah, disgusting. That's what was in the Fiat. Why do you keep coming in on this?
It's not to me.
Who is it?
Lacey.
Why is she not in bed?
She's watching
Oh,
you.
for God's sake. Right, let me finish the rest of these questions that you took your time to leave on this post, and we'll get cracking.
What was it you writing?
Hello, Grant. Are you going to buy your mate's Escort van? No. Blue on Blue Racing. Nova GSI or Fiesta Turbo? Fiesta Turbo all day long. My mate Dave would have picked the Nova. And when we were kids growing up, Dave always had Vauxhall, I always had Ford. I I still had Vauxhalls as well, don't get me wrong, but it was kind of how it went. Gary Wright, are Cat S cars hard to sell? I don't think they are, because I don't do anything dodgy and I'm honest about everything. So I can show the photos, the true damage and what have you. But I say some people, there are quite a few people out there that, one, won't even tell you that it's a category. Two, they won't want to show you any pictures of previous damage, and they'll say, oh, it's had a wing or what have you, and you could have had a quarter stoved in and cut out. And so, depending on who you are, but I don't have a problem selling Cat S's, and I think Cat S's are easier to sell for me, because if you're a buyer, you can come buy it. I can give you a lost logbook form. You can walk in the post office, tax it on the spot there and then, send the logbook off, it'll come back in your name and you're ready to go. With a category N car, you can't do that. So you either have to sit and wait for the logbook for up to 6 weeks, or use it with no tax. So Cat S is actually easier. Carlos Mendez, where is the Cosworth? Cosworth coming back in a couple of days. That's parked up.
That's a good question.
Gary Cooper, hi, do you always spray wet and wet? No, not all the time. I use it as and when I feel that I need to. Malcolm Turnton, what do you think of Copart doubling the members fees this year? It's a joke. I think it really puts people off like me that would probably only buy one car to repair as a day driver. Flip side, it might bring prices down. I don't know. See, this is the thing. Copart is, let's call it, famous, and some of the other auction sites that I use are not as known, you know, to normal people. But their fees are ridiculous. The last 2 cars that I bought didn't come from Copart, and I worked out the fees on Copart's fee calculator just for a laugh, and they were over double in fees to what I paid in fees from the other auction. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Colin Rowe, I'm working on restoring a classic Mini. Want to spray it and weld out seals and panels on it for free. Good content for your channel. If you don't ask, you don't get. So sorry, Colin Rowe. No.
Tell the wife.
Philip Yates, what's the worst job you've taken on? Oh, God, I don't know. Dave's Fiesta ZVH. Apex Marbella Property Spain. How did you learn the main things you know? Your attention to detail and finishing look old school, passed down, or did you learn from your own mistakes? Loving the channel, learning lots, great content every time. Cheers. Yeah, like I said, I kind of learned from an old boy for a few years, and then the rest is self-taught. I did have really bad OCD when I was younger, and then when I started having children, I kind of had to learn to deal with it, because yeah, things kept getting left out of place and stuff. So I'm dyslexic as well, and I have trouble reading and stuff. I'm one of them where if you show me something, I can do it. If you give me a book telling me how to do it, I can't do it. So kind of I watch things, I learn, and I just try until I know I can do that, and then I'll carry on, and then I'll carry on learning. With paint spraying, you don't just go to college and learn to be, it's like driving, you know, you learn how to drive, do your test, and then afterwards you learn how to drive properly. With paint spraying, I suppose I'm quite anal with things. I'm just trying to be the best that I can be. I don't want to be the world's best painter, just trying to be the best that I can be. I'm still learning now. I'll never stop learning. It's one of them things where you see something one day and go, oh, I don't do that. Let me try it, and you try it, and then it's like blows your mind. It's crazy. Once you've learnt the basics, you've learnt the basics. I could probably teach anyone to paint in a week. It's not the painting you need to learn; it's the problems you need to learn and how to resurrect them and carry on moving forward. That's the hardest bit with painting. Yeah, every day is a school day. That is 100% true. New garage is needed for you. Would be a game changer. Yep. Hi mate. Can you tell me why my car has a little blisters all over it? Paint after it had a car cover put on it outside. Car was resprayed 3 years ago. Was fine before I put cover on it. Right. Okay. So paint breathes. If you paint something and cover it up, the solvents can't escape, and you can get solvent boil from covering it up, and micro blisters is due to moisture. 9 times out of 10, they don't show up for quite a while, and it's possibly to do with the prep and the conditions it was painted in. But yeah, like micro blisters is quite common. Love all the vids. Stay safe. A bit pissed. Cooper S. Don't you worry. Have another drink.
Someone done a good question, evening.
I'm trying to work upwards on the questions. Just want to say thanks for the vids. You know, I appreciated them, especially in this rubbish lockdown. You're welcome. Love the channel, and this live Q&A is great. Best wishes, Chris. Thank you very much. Chris Pim, do you buy from Syntec? Yeah, I do as well. I'm not going to divulge all my sources, but yeah, I do use them as well. Any news on repairing your garage roof or moving into a unit, Brian? Yeah, it is apparently fixed, and I am looking for a proper unit, and I am thinking about going all out and opening a proper body shop at some point. My Mark 1 Fiesta needs a full repaint. Lee Morris, yeah, I know it does. Good job you know a few painters. Easy, what you drinking? A Diet Coke, Mark S. That's what we're doing. Would you paint a Mark 1 Capri for a fellow YouTuber? I'd love to, but I've got so much to be doing, and in the coming months I'm hoping that I'll be able to find myself a proper place and maybe start a new business venture. I might be selling my other business, and yeah, it's just very difficult at the moment to find somewhere to rent where I am. I thought, in all honesty, with lockdown and that and businesses going bust, I thought there'd be loads, but every single day I'm checking that Rightmove and that, and I can't find nothing. Let's find some more. Jim Agnew, compressor for beginners, CFM, litre tank, water trap. What is your thoughts? If you're going to start painting, I would recommend, if you're going to use a conventional size spray gun and not like a mini blowing gun, I'd recommend that you need a minimum of 14 CFM, and I would say a minimum of 150 litre tank. Anything less than that, really going to struggle, and it'll be overworked, if that makes sense. Water trap, get the best water trap you can afford, and run your water tap at least 10 metres away from your compressor. Not as in physical distance, but if it can run through a 10 metre airline and then you have your water trap, it will work the most efficiently that it can, if that makes any sense. Don't put your water trap at the end, just on your compressor. It needs to travel down an airline to do its job correctly. Glenn Telfer, what air compressor do you use? I use a Clark something 270 litre twin pump, basically the biggest compressor Clark do that's 240 volt and not 3 phase. It's a twin pump 270 litre. Alan Craigie, oh God, I love the videos. Where did you learn your trade? Mainly self-taught. I just answered that a few times. Any more coming up on a SAF? Cosworth, sorry if it's already been asked. Jonathan Hankins, SAF's going to be coming in next week. Andy Spence, have a good evening. Grant, how to the family. Peace out. Thank you.
On drawback.
She said, bonjour. What's your favourite? Excuse me. What's your favourite similar YouTube channel? Wayne Alton. I watch loads of YouTubers. So who do I watch? There's one called Blue Collar Kyle, I believe. Arthur Tusick. I watch. I watch Love 500. He does mainly Fit 500s. I watch. You've put me right on the spot here. I've got to remember their bloody names now. Serious About Salvage. A young lad up north. He did have another name, but he changed it to Serious About Salvage. Something to do with legalities, I think. I also watch Mark. I think he's over Southend Way. I always thought it was Runswick Autos, but it's actually Resurrect Autos or something like that, I think. I watch him. I watch Salvage Rebuilds. I watch Saving Salvage. And loads of other paint related YouTubers. The Gunman. Who else? Oh, there's English ones as well. I can't remember all of them, but yeah, that gives you a rough idea. Well done, damn it. Yeah, oh, you're there. You are watching. Oh, brilliant. Yep. Email me your address over and I'll get that sent out to you next week. Be awesome joint video series, wouldn't it? Don't know what that means. I've probably missed. I don't see the comments how you're seeing them. I've got to scroll up the wrong way to find them, so bear with me. Stu, I agree. Grant should paint it. Congratulations. When are you going to spray my mini? MST Mark. Yes, I've done that one. Is there any car you're looking for that you just cannot seem to get? Digital Soundscapes. Is there any car you're looking for that you just can't seem to get? Yeah, I've been looking for Escort Turbo for ages. I can buy an Escort Turbo tomorrow, but not for the right money, for the work that it may need doing, if that makes sense. Not to earn money on anyway. James Hurst. Snog, marry, avoid. John
McCormick.
Renault 5, Boris Johnson. What the fuck? Can you do a progress on the old Granada that belonged to the gent that passed away? Wayne Alton. I'll try and find out and see if I can do an update on the Granada for you, yeah.
Thanks to Alf and Sue.
Said thanks to Alf and Sue, they've sent some money over for the kids. I had a yellow Renault JT, I had a yellow Renault 5 Turbo dimmer in 1996, A5 RDG, horrendous. Only had for around 8 months, head gasket blew and it caught fire in the middle of a petrol station while I was running. That is not good.
Here's a good one.
Wedding, South Point, we've cancelled 3 times. Oh God. DC driving, that's not good. Dave Pearce, do you watch any other car content on YouTube? If so, who? Another one. It's easier if I just look at some of my subscriptions and read them. That'll be easier. Right. It kind of is car content. I found a new guy called Kev T. He's actually a car transporter driver for a salvage company. It's actually a good vlog. I watch him quite a lot. Blue Collar Kyle, Love 500, a new guy, CVR POV. Salvage Rebuild UK, Saving Salvage, VEHCOR, I don't know how to pronounce that. Marcus Hayes, a watch, Winging It. I found his channel recently. If you've not seen them, there's another sprayer. Go see him, give him a follow. He's got a good little channel going on now. Resurrect Auto, Serious About Salvage, Paint Society, Gunman Raw, Ignition Advantages, Reviving Salvage, Cars for Paul, watch him as well. Urchfab, Sam Crack, Mark II Mitch, DIY Auto School, Mike FPE, Trev's blog, GI Detailing, Andy Shed Tuning, Lakeside Auto Body, Salvage and Classics, Performance Classics, Custom Z Warrior, Faraway, Jamie FYD, White Details, Odds Autos, Mark 1 Kieran, Colour and Car Painter. The list is endless. Who else do I watch? Reflect Automotive Detailing, Paul Dalton Details. Trying to find any more of the salvage ones. Car Trader Diaries. There's loads. I've probably got as many on my favourites as you lot have got. Right, Mark S. Most expensive car you have bought? Don't actually know.
I'll just put Lockie down, but if he cries, I'll have to pick him back up again.
Bought quite a lot of expensive cars. I don't know what the most expensive car I bought. Probably one of my Range Rovers or Mark II Escort. Be the most expensive one I bought. Decimal Temps are a good channel, Grant. Never heard of them. I'll look them up. Lots of Fiesta channels when you get another. When you get in another. Whenever one comes up that's worth me buying. Ben Evans, do you watch Salvage Rebuilds UK as well? Yeah, I do. Ian Hunter, evening, Grant, evening. Philip Watson, do you like Mark 1 Escort? Yeah, I do love Mark 1 Escorts as well. Mark 2's always been my favourite. I do like Mark 1. My taste is not funny, but I'm not into rally cars, if that makes sense. I don't see the point of pretending you're a rally driver when you ain't. I'd rather the car look like the car, but just, you know, nice wheels lowered, what have you. But yeah, Mark 1 Escorts, do like them. I probably would own one if it come up for the right money. I nearly bought a 13 GT Mark 1 recently, but I didn't end up getting that. Paul Bond, done a bit of painting. I would like to know about high build primers. Can I use for most priming jobs? Excellent channel. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, high build primer is a must in any car painting. Any average 2K primer is classed as sort of high build these days. If you buy MIPA 4+1, which is what I use, you can also use that as a wet on wet primer. So it'll be a bit thinner and it goes on with a different gun. You don't have to buy that, there are other ones on the market to use. But I use MIPA 4:1 and I think it's brilliant. Evening Tart Speed Freaks, evening. Phil Reed, Grant, custard ordered, still trying different custards. Really enjoying your channel, thanks mate. Cheers Phil, we'll catch up soon. Mark S, have you ever had a Cavalier SRI 130? Yes, I believe I have, and I also think my dad had one of them when I was younger. My mate Dave's definitely had about 30 of them. Dave Hart, I've just started watching Serious About Salvage. Did you see the Fiat Punto Bath Evo he just had? He was well chuffed with it. Yeah, I saw that as well. There ain't many of them on the road. I don't know what he paid for it. I think you're buying for about £5 grand-ish, them ones. So hopefully he's got a bit of profit in that one. Simon Shepherd, love the Mark II, mate. Looks great. You're going to do anything else to it? Love your channel. Stay safe and be lucky. Thanks, Simon. Yeah, I am, but I purposely said I'm not touching it. I want to enjoy it this year. It needs a bit of love on the rear quarter on the driver's side. There's a bit of bubbling to sort out, and on the rear valance we've got a little bit of a crusty bit. I'll paint that later this year. I'll repair all of that and paint that, and I'm going to do satin black around the windows and behind the front grille. I might do behind the front grille first on its own, but in general I'm not taking it off the road. I want to use it and enjoy it this year, if we ever get out of lockdown. Thanks, so stay safe and be lucky, Jim. No problem. In Shagan, not sweat anything up in Scotland yet, so bring it down. James, no, I was going to bid on one near Scotland, and it went stupid money, but I am still looking. Hi Grant, we are fitting side skirts to my son's car. Should we paint them first or fit them to the car and paint them? Cheers, be lucky, pal. Chris Wilkins, paint them off and then put them on afterwards. Always better. Stuart Seed, good evening, Grant and fam. What's your dream car? Money no object. My Mark II Escort. Always has been, always will be. When I was a bit younger, all I ever wanted was a new shape Range Rover, and I got one, and after about a week, a month maybe.
No, you had it longer than that.
No, I'm saying I always wanted one, but after a week or a month I was a bit like, oh, is this it? This is kind of it. But I've always wanted Mark II Escort, exactly like mine. I never wanted a white one, funny enough, but it's really grown on me and I actually love it now. It weren't never going to be that colour, but yeah, everything you could get for a Mark II Escort that I would want on one is on mine, and that's it. I'm over the moon.
Now you've got to save to get me a Range Rover.
Oh god, yeah, now she's saying she wants one. She's got a mini Range Rover because she's tiny. She wouldn't be able to get in a proper Range Rover. Aaron Unknown, good channel, as if. I think I started watching that guy. I'm sure he talks all London gangster, and I think that's why I just tuned out, because I can't stand all that. My 17-year-old son talks like that, and I'll go mental when he's at home. Yeah, he comes home and I can't handle all that. This new London gangster wannabe bruv language is not my thing. And when I have to tune off when I see people talking like that. Mini moto in East Coast. We can all meet up after lockdown. Grants, where do you buy your old school cars from? Mark S. Lots of hunting. eBay, Facebook, everywhere. You have to hunt and hunt and hunt. It's not easy to find them. I know a lot of people in the trade and a lot of people in general as well, but my mate Dave is always on Facebook Marketplace as well, just for himself, just to earn a living, but he always comes across things. But yeah, we hunt around. The thing is, with cars, if you find something, for argument's sake, on Facebook, you've got to be prepared to pay them a deposit and go straight away. You can't muck around, and I'm very realistic when it comes to buying cars. I price it up, value it, work out what I want to pay, offer it, pay them a deposit. You know, like my Mark II Escort, the guy was desperate to sell because I believe the house that he lived in for 7 years or so, the guy decided that he wanted to sell the house, and they were renting it, and he was wanted to get his mortgage money together to buy the house, and I literally sent him £500 deposit and then got in the truck and went and got it. as fast as I could. That's what enables you to buy cars, is not mucking around. If you muck people around and go to kick tyres, you're not going to find bargains. Excuse me. Would you expect to pay up north for a full respray? A proper quality job just to make car mint. Do you expect to pay up north? I don't know whether it's any different up north or down south, to be honest. It might be a bit cheaper up north, I'm not sure, but I'd say £3,000 upwards is sort of a price for a respray these days, minimum. So yeah, I'm guessing that's what it'd be up north, JT. Smoky Prey 123. How much green car? If you're talking about a little Fiesta, 1,750 quid. Come and take it away and apply for the logbook yourself. It's a blinding little car. Offbeat Warble, is it, I think that says. Has Tupac ever caused you any problems without an air-fed mask? No, I mean, when did I had a body shop. When did I have my body shop in Nottingham?
8 years ago.
Is it 8 years ago? No, it's more than that.
Lacey's
So
9.
I ain't painted for 7 years, and I've been there 2. It's 9 years.
Yeah, Lacey's 9 this year. She was baby.
Yeah, so nine years ago, I thought that I had breathing problems from painting, and it turns out there was nothing to do with painting. So yeah, no. When I eventually set up in a proper place and have a booth, I'll get an air-fed mask anyway. I was going to go and get a dryer for my workshop now anyway. If you've got a dryer and some decent filters, then you can run air-fed, and I would do that. But my extraction's really, really good, to be fair, and as long as you change the masks that you use in the regular, you'll be fine. Kieran Major, love the videos, pal. What's your plans for the RS500 rep? That's gone, mate. We sold that ages ago. Need to go through the back catalogue and watch some more videos. Brooke Ant, have you ever had bad reaction in paint job? I've had loads of reactions in paint jobs. 9 times out of 10, it's caused by trap solvents and too fast and too wet. The best advice I can give you if you're getting reactions of any kind is flash off times, take your time and stop rushing. Normally too much paint too quick is what causes any kind of reactions. It won't be. My favourite YouTube. Mini Moto Madness. Dude, it won't be for a while. Look up Rusty Love. I think you could help them only because you're a star fella. You two are my favourite YouTube car stars. Rusty Love. Never heard of Rusty Love. I will look their channel up later on and see what they're all about. Martin, stuff watching your videos. Always old school cars, a lot better than new cars. Any plans for any more old school cars? Yeah, there'll always be more old tut on my channel that we can make better. Joe Balls, how are your feet? Feet are fine. My left one, when I go upstairs, don't know if it pinches, I don't know if that's the right word. It pulls a little tiny bit, but touch wood, everything's been fine.
We're not used to stairs.
Yeah, and we've lived in a bungalow for 13 years, and we moved to a house 4 months ago, was it? 3 months ago? Yeah, not used to stairs. Leeds Town. Grant, are you putting a Fiat or Bath on eBay? Can you deliver it or get it delivered to West Yorkshire? Pardon me. I'm probably going to fix it and then sell it. But if I change my mind in between, I'll put it up there. But no, I wouldn't have time to deliver it to West Yorkshire. But look up the app that I use. Wasn't apps? Website I use. Is it Shipley? Yeah, Shipley. Look up Shipley. Blinding prices on there for getting stuff picked up and moved. Mr. Lion, how do big fella? What's your favourite car? Mark II Escort. It's my favourite car. Glenn Taffer, did I answer that? What compressor do you use? Clark, 270 litre twin pump. The biggest one that Clark does in 240 volt. Hi Grant, I own 2 Mark 1 Astra GTEs, my favourite old school cars. Have you owned any? Have I had a GTE or was it? No, I don't think I've had Mark 1 GTE. I've had, must be SR. Well, I had a recent one, like obviously we had on the video, but when I was younger I also owned some SRs or SRI Mark 1s I think, but Mark 2s I had GTEs, lots of them. Chris Evans, how long are you going to grow that beard?
It's coming on.
She keeps moaning, so I have to keep shaving it off. Mark S, what classic cars are you looking to buy next? I don't. Whatever comes up, what I think's the right money, then we go and buy it. Can you tell me? Oh, have I called? Oh, press it down. Oh my god, there's even more. Why that? I can't comment. Everyone has bad names on here, don't they? D Crow 1972. What spray gun would you choose for finishings? I have loads of spray guns and they all serve a different purpose. A lot of people that don't paint can't understand that, but don't get me wrong, you could use one spray gun and you can adjust your technique to achieve different results, if that makes sense. But as a good all-rounder, my GTI Pro Light, I've got the GPI Pro Light for primer, I've got the GTI Pro Light for base and for clear, and I've got other guns for clear as well. But yeah, the Vilbis GTI. What litres is your compressor? 270 litres. DC driving, do you prefer the British YouTubers or do you have no preference? I'm not up on American cars, so I prefer the British. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. No, I watch a bit of everything, and I even watch foreign painters. Something car colour is Lithuanian or something, or Russian, and I can't understand the word he says, but I know what he's doing, if that makes sense, and I still watch his channel. And Arthur Tusik, or I believe it's called Tusik, I thought he was Russian, but someone said Lithuanian or something like that. But yeah, so I watch everyone. Johnny, evening. D Crow, what litre compressor? I just said that. 270 litre compressor. Would like to see some blending videos. Yeah, there'll be some blending videos soon. I'll try and explain how and why you blend as well in one of the videos. Ben Evans, how are you getting on in your new house? Very weird being in a house and not a bungalow, but yeah, obviously if we didn't have lockdown it'd all be finished now, but yeah, we're getting there. Trolley bus driver, evening fella, where does one find a 3 litre S? You tell me, because I'd like to buy one as well. Have a Polo GTI 2001, had it from new, had a full respray 5 years ago, cost 2k. I live in West Yorkshire, that's cheap, mate, very cheap. See, this is the thing, that was Ian AT50. Two grand is cheap down here, but it all depends who's doing it and what quality and whether they've got any work or not, if that makes sense. If I was in a different situation where I didn't have any money and I really needed work, and £2 would have helped me right out, then you're going to get a bargain no matter what, you know. So there's always someone that will do it cheaper, let me tell you. Don't necessarily mean that it's going to be better, but there's always someone. Sevi77, we'd love to see your extraction set up. Yeah, I'll try and show that. I've just done a video that I'm going to put up tomorrow, painted a pair of bumpers. Basically, my filter on the wall is where my fan is. It goes outside, up the tube and out the roof. And I clipped some, my mate Si made me a wooden frame, and I've got some intake filters in that. I clipped that under the roller shutter, put the shutter down on it, and so I filtered air coming in and then it goes out. I can't remember how many air changes per minute or whatever it has to do. Basically, it pulls as good as a booth does, if that makes sense. Darren Roo, mate, shout me out. ST66 Dow, love your channel. Yeah, shout out to you. Groove Grant, Auto VW, high top, T35 last year, turns good. Chuck some RTO over it, sold it for £1,000. There we go, yeah, true. Chris Cocker, love the channel, as you know, but the geometrics of that wallpapers are endless. That is, my missus is sat over there, and that is the first thing I said when I walked in. I was like, whoa.
You chose the paint.
And I chose it. I didn't think it would look that bad. Oakview Tree and Garden Services, did the Turbo Fiesta van get sold? Yeah, it did. I think Oakview's Reese, my nephew Reese. Grant, LNC Collision is a decent salvage repair channel in America. Leeds Town, thanks. Yeah, I watched them, funny enough. I just recognised the name when I read it. Paint, grease, metal, which do you enjoy salting? Paint. Don't do grease. What else? Do you get paid a lot for YouTube? No, depends. If you guys watch the adverts, some months are better than others. I think last month I got about 300 quid from the revenue for the adverts, so it's not really mega money, to be fair. But I never done YouTube for the money. It's just a bonus to me. In all fairness, so like I bought a new GoPro the other week. Well, a few weeks ago, it took ages to come, but I just use that money for that. Once you see the Renault signing that wallpaper, you will never see it. I don't know what that means. Would you like a workshop with a paint over? John Higgins. Paint oven, I think I'm supposed to say. Yeah, that's what if I move workshop, I'm going to move to, I'm big enough to have a proper spray booth in it. Jonathan, Denny, any update on getting the Mark II wheels to fit in the wheel arches? Jonathan, now in my workshop, sat in their boxes, I've been a bit occupied with other things. I've got to order some tyres, and then we're going to work out how to get them on the car. Excuse me, or if it will go on the car. But yeah, I am dragging the Escort out. It's in hibernation at the moment. I want to go and have a play at some point when I need to do some essential shopping. I was a painter for many years. I've always fancied having a go at spraying a car as a figure. It's a similar technique to glossing a door. Any chance of a go in your garage? I work for free. Dazza, I'm sorry, mate. No. Stephen Melrose, what do you think of a new Mark II you can buy? Nah, not for that money. I'd rather go get a real one and restore it every nut and bolt for a hell of a lot cheaper than that. You got to be realistic. Why would you spend 70 grand on a fake Mark II Escort? Even though it's a Mark II Escort, it's not a Ford Escort. It's a reproduction. It'd probably be better than what you could have bought back in the day, brand new, don't get me wrong. But why would you spend 70 odd grand? I think it goes up even more than 70 grand when you add options. Why would you do it? My motor, I got cheap. It was 20 grand. And in all honesty, if you wanted to make that concourse, you could probably spend another 15, 20 grand on it, and it'd be as good, if not the same spec as a 70 grand one. Why, you know, so there ain't no reason to do that. So what are you buying next? Roy, Subby, whatever is worth buying. Being a Ford nut myself, keep the Fords coming in, Grant. Love the content, love to see a Series 1 RS Turbo on the channel. I nearly bought 2 Series 1s together, but my mate beat me to it. Graham, if you're watching, you fucker, excuse my French. Speed Freaks, how old are you, out of curiosity? For the people that are left viewing, all put your guesses in the comments now and I'll answer it in about 2 minutes. How old do you think I am? I look a lot older than I am.
I look a lot older now.
Chris Evans, your Merc was a Deere motor. Yeah, it was and it weren't really. Back in the day it was Deere, but now it's not. John Higgins, would you workshop with an oven? John Higgins, yeah, the next workshop I go to, I'm only getting one where I can put a proper spray booth in it. Steve, oh no, I haven't heard anything on the Granada. I'm going to try and find out. Someone else asked that. Ben Evans, have you done really TVR then? I don't know what that means. Let's have a look.
How old do they think?
Ian Cliff, thanks mate. Blue, hi Grant, love the channel and the humour and projects. Are you a fan of a Fiat Uno Turbo and have you ever had one? Yes, Blue, I've actually had a few Fiat Uno Turbos and I've been looking for Fiat Uno Turbos. I love them, they're brilliant little cars. I'm guessing there ain't many left now because they were rock boxes when I was young, and if I can find one for the right money I'm going to get one. I think that'll make great content. Ian AT50, I agree. I did get some quotes, 900 to 1k, but he was well recommended, so I guess he might be near a 3k now, but you only get what you pay for. Yeah, that's true. Ironically enough, my friend Darren, he's probably not going to be watching this, but he borrowed my truck today to take his Mark II Escort down to Kent to have it sandblasted. That's a 30 grand car, excuse me, Cosworth powered. He had it painted, told the guy, paint it like it was your own car, want it to be nuts. He charged him about 1500 quid. Afterwards he didn't know what the price was going to be, and the paint job was piss poor, and now he's having it's been stripped and he's paying to have it all sandblasted off again. So the way I look at it, if you're going to do something like that to a car that's worth a lot of money, do it right and do it once, you know, if you can. Scott Biker Dude, what sort of money do you think I could pick up a decent Series 2 RS Turbo for? Thanks, Scott. Scott, realistically, from the prices that I've been looking at, you need 10 to 14 grand to go and get a decent Series 2. I have been looking to buy one for the channel, and I can't buy anything cheap enough to do up and still earn my money back, or, you know, make profit or make a drink out of it. So yeah, realistically, 10 to 14 is about the average price at the minute. Don't get me wrong, they're a lot dearer than that as well, but for you to get one, yeah, you're going to need around that sort of money. John Hollock, hope I'm pronouncing that right. Nearly 100 grand with all the options. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's madness. I don't see the point. That's my personal opinion. If you want to go do 100 grand, crack on, do 100 grand on an Escort. That's not a real Escort, that's fine. But if I had 100 grand spare to spend, it would not be going on one of them. Yeah. Lee Cade Clark XE37/270 OL 230 volt 36 CFM. Sounds like the model that I've got. Right, AJ Cromer 44, Reds 43, Dave Hertz 45, Chris Evans, can I guess? No, you're a cheater. Hughes Workshop 40, Martin Thompson 38, Neil Gott 38, John Hollock 39, Smokey Prey 123 70, Paul Woodward 38, Warwick 247 40, Paul Bond 38, Just Do It 70, Blue I think you're 45, Gary J McNellan 1234 55, I don't like him anymore. And Pattern 42, JK 42, Mr. Toonbo 39, Ian Cox 42, Just Do It 80, Paul Bond 77, Gary 42, 15, right, 102, Paul Bond is getting barred, 83, 90, early 20s, oh fucking wish I was in my early 20s again, East Coast 40, put you out of misery, I'm 40 years old, 41 this year. Let's read some more of these, and go and have a vape. See my little boy, he's actually cheered up now, he woke up screaming in the beginning of the live.
He keeps wanting a cuddle.
I bet like me, you feel
Daddy's
sick,
boy.
how much? Jeff Cole, Grant, I bet like me, you feel sick how much these fast foods are making these days when we used to scrap them for a score. That is very, very true. They're a fortune now. Evening mate, what's the best stuff to use to stop rust coming back? Oh man. Apart from cutting a bit out. Cheers for the videos. Stuart Smith. There's I can't remember the name of it. There's a couple that I use. Hammerite do one. The other brand that I can't think of, it's like it's supposed to be it's like a cure. There's a chemical reaction when you paint it on. It not changes colour, but it changes the rust to something else. If you look up the Hammerite one, you won't go far wrong. But yeah, it's a rust converter, I believe. Just Do It. That's his weight, Chris Evans. Oh, I've got to get back on the diet train, to be fair. When did you have the guts to go out on your own as a business? Alan Craigie? When did you have the guts to go out on your own as a business? In all honesty, Alan, I believe I've only worked for about 3 or 4 companies in my whole life, and the rest of the time I've worked for myself. A lot of people are too scared to go and work for themselves or start their own company and things like that. It's ingrained in many of people's lives from the day they start school until they leave school that have to get a job, have to have a mortgage, have to do this, have to do that. When in the real world is you're getting bread to pay the government tax. And I'm proper not into any of that. I pay my dues, don't get me wrong, but you should never be too scared to go and work for yourself and start something up, because you're always going to miss out on the opportunities. I've been flat broke many a times, let me tell you that. But yeah, there's a lot to it, but be the best thing you ever do. Stop making other people rich and try and earn some money for yourself. These are all rusted away, same as the Lanciers, John. Yeah, you're right. Andy Bob, hi Grant, love the vids. Can we have some smoke at the start of the vids when you walk through the doorway? Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be. East Coast. Okay, we're on the East Coast. Are you Scottish digger? I'm down over in Essex. Near Stansted Airport, if you know that location. GG Grant, I'm a time surf panel beater and done a bit of painting, but left the trade 15 years ago when water-based was coming in. Do you use water-based, or is it 2-pack still readily available? GG, I actually tried water-based 15 or 16 years ago when it started coming out, and oh my god, I couldn't use it, and it scared the crap out of me. I couldn't get my head around painting a blue car green and then it dries blue, if that makes sense. And it was awful. And I've always stuck to solvent base. I've not used any of the modern water based stuff, but I will. Apparently, it's a hell of a lot easier now. I will try some soon, but it's. If you do, the law is the law. Obviously, they've stopped doing solvent base. If you do classic vehicles, you can buy it. If you do agricultural, you can buy it. I can't remember what the other things are. But yeah, there's ways around it, and you can still buy solvent base. And I don't, it's all a load of codswallop. I mean, what is the point of you must use water-based paint, but you can use solvent primer and solvent-based lacquer? I don't get it. So, you know, it's just one of them. Ant Pattern, hi mate, I have a Mark II Escort. Do I go 2 litre Pinto or ST170? And can't beat the sound of a screaming Pinto. I love the sound of a Pinto engine. But for value for money, to get a high power Pinto, how I would want it, being realistic, it's like if you went to any engine builder, you're going to spend well over £5,000, so it's a hell of a lot cheaper. If you wanted to put similar power with a modern engine, ST170 would be the way to go. Even a normal 2 litre Pinto with some twin 45s and maybe a cam, you know, still plenty of fun, don't get me wrong, and they sound wicked. Excuse me. Ben Evans, how old's your baby? Laura, how old's the baby?
4 months.
Is it dead on 4 months? Tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, 4 months.
4 months tomorrow, Ben Evans, the little baby is. Rust-Oleum is the one, John Hollock. Yeah, that's another one. What's the car from the past that you wish you never scrapped? Paul Woodward. Woodward? Yeah, something like that. I think that's Woodward. God, too many. I can't even go through that list. KFC is not a diet. Chris Evans, he's a fucker. Munch.
Oh, I was well confused.
Ian Cox, have you ever been to Santa Pod? Yeah, I have, yeah. Quite a few times. Andy Barber, serious one. Never seen you use an oven. Is that the difference when using water-based paint? Water-based paint is heavily relied on being dried with airflow. And obviously, yeah, I haven't got an oven. I'd love to have an oven because I'd just like to see what my paintwork comes out like in a proper sterile environment, you know, like how it should be. Do you think younger generation will love cars like we do? Ian, AT50. Not really. In all fairness, my boy ain't into cars. My eldest boy, he's nearly 18.
This one's going to be into cars.
He wouldn't even know what a Mark II Escort is. It's only because of me that he does. It's very difficult. When we were young, we didn't have iPhones and internet and this and that. You know, nowadays they've got so much information at their fingertips that they ain't interested in being bored. Well, not interested. They're not bored. So all we had to do was bikes, skating, cars and motorbikes and stuff, you know, climbing trees, having crab apple fights and doing run-outs, you know. Nowadays my kids ain't interested in going out. I don't even think my boy, who's nearly 18, would even have half a clue about climbing trees, you know. When we were kids, we was always down the woods, like up the top of the trees having fights and, you know. So now, kids, I don't think you're going to get some of the kids, but they're going to love like a Fiesta ST, aren't they? You know, they're not really into it. There's only a few. Huey's Workshop, what's happening with the Mark 1 Fiesta? Funny enough, I might do a little video on that very soon. Lee's been pulling it apart, sanding it, pulling filler out of it and sorting it out. So I will speak to him and try and get a little video sorted out, give you guys an update. Chris Pym, Escort RS 2000s are pretty rare nowadays. Yeah, definitely are. Cool Tools, Savage Strippers, love the channel, thank you. You're damn right, when you work for someone you're making them rich, that's correct. Definitely are. Chris Pym, 20 years ago. Cool Tools, water base has come on miles, but not all perfect yet. No, I know, 100%. I've got a couple of friends that use it. It does look a hell of a lot better. In all fairness, I don't think I could get away with it in my working conditions in my workshop, to be fair. Don't get me wrong, I'm not the best painter in the world, same as every other painter out there. But I'll get an alright finish for where I am on a crappy old farm, if that makes sense. But water-based, I think I'll have problems drying it, and I also don't think that it would work out in there. If I had a booth, I'd give it a go. Jonathan Hankins, my all-time favourite car is an RS500. Do you watch Adam Smith's channel and the videos he does with Paul Linford? I think Adam Smith, is he the Geordie guy with a Cosy? I do watch some of his videos, not all of them, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, they're a nice car. They've never been my favourite car. For some reason, I've always loved the Mark II Escort, and that's what does it for me. But I do love a Cosy, yeah, 100%. 3-door, my favourite out of them all. Coast, UK. 2K can be bought as a machine paint legal way. Yeah, that's correct. CW details. Have I seen the RS500 on eBay? It's up for 109 grand. No, I haven't. Try not to look that often, so I end up buying stuff. Can tell for what part of the country I live in North Devon. I'm over in Essex. Shane Brown, I teach people to drive. Half the youngsters wouldn't know if the colour of the car had changed. True. Green Tapper, are you near a Copart? Kind of in the middle of a couple. So I've got Rochford over in sort of South End area. Is of equal kind of distance to Colchester. Kind of buy from Rochford, Colchester, Sandy, and one down in Kent. I can't remember the name. Sandwich. That's it. Bangers and Cash is a good program. I don't know what that is. I'll look that up on the telly probably. Ian 8050. Do you think classic cars have reached their peak, and what will happen when we get older and skint? I was having a discussion about this. You've got to think logically about this. There's only really 20 or 30 years left of people like us or our generations that are into these cars that are creating demand, if that makes sense. So you can plan to hang on to a car for another 20 years, but there'll be less and less people out there who will be able to buy it or want to buy it. So yeah, I don't think don't get me wrong, they won't go away, but right now it's crazy. You've got people that are what I would say sort of middle-aged, 40s, 30, late 30s or what have you, who love these cars, and they've now got a couple of quid saved up and they want to buy one, and that's what's creating the demand. Devil in the detail, evening mate, would you consider anything American, maybe a Mustang? I'm not really into American cars, but yeah, possibly, depending on what it was. Bill Griffiths, give us some more airbrush work please. Yeah, do you know what was actually on my mind? I don't like my welding masks, so I'm probably going to buy another one and airbrush that a bit better. I do need to do some more airbrushing. I want to get some more practice in, and I'll probably give my one away. Do a giveaway on here. Yeah, it's crap anyway, but yeah, or do airbrush one and give that one away. Whatever way round. But yeah, we'll be doing some more airbrushing when I get a chance. DF Grant, you've thought about opening a body shop? Yeah, it might be happening in the coming months. I'm looking for proper premises where I can make this all happen. Nothing to do with YouTube. I think it'll make my YouTube a lot harder because I'll have to be flat out working. It's not really what I wanted to do, but it is something that's going to be happening, I think. Paul Bond, it's on UK TV. Third series Capri Escorts, excellent watch. I'll have to have a look then. John Higgins, yeah, definitely one of both. Gaz Archer, any news on the new workshop? Still on Rightmove, looking every single day. It's getting harder and harder to find. As soon as I find one, you lot will be the first to know, don't worry. Dan Glebes, Evening Grant, Rachel, I think you. Have you learnt quite a bit from you? No problem. Have you thought about upgrading your unit? Yes, I have. Are you staying where you are? I don't want to stay where I am. I've absolutely had enough. I want a proper place. Rob Follett, drone and photography. Love your videos, mate. Thank you. What is your dream car you would like to work on? My dream car is my Mark II Escort, and I'll work on that at the end of the year, hopefully. Stephen Evans, good roofs are hard to find. Yeah, you're right. Van Man Craig, did you go to any raves back in the day? Yes, I partied quite hard when I was younger, so I've got an awful memory. Old UK Ultimate RC, missed out on a Mark II RS 1800 15 years ago for 7k. Oh no, was unsure the value would rise. Oh well, you live and learn. Yeah, definitely. And the RS 1800 was actually a less spec car than the Mexico, according to a book that I got for Christmas. Never really. Yeah, I liked them, but I always preferred the Mexico livery. It wasn't necessarily for the car. I liked the sticker in. But yeah, you should have bought the RS 1800. Chris Pym, I remember when I first passed my test, I was all into Nova SRIs, Claro 16 valves, Fiesta turbos. Yeah, we've had loads.
Love a Nova.
My missus loves Nova, yeah. Yes, eBay and YouTube has got lots of classics back on the road. We have to be grateful for technology. Yeah, true. Next gen will be buying an iPhone 4 Fox 1K. Yeah, you know. AJ Coma, give us a tour of your yard, please. See what gems you got. Sorry, mate. For security and sensible reasons, I don't try to film in my yard. Not saying it's anything to do with you, but lots of other people watch, and I like to keep that private and locked away, if that makes any sense. I understand that you want to see the stuff that's in it, that's fine, but I don't want other people seeing what's in it, because it's hidden away. Love the channel, Grant. Can you do a Capri 2.8i or a 280 Brooklands? My dream car as a young man, what seems like many years ago now. If I could find one, I would buy one. 280 Brooklands are a fortune to buy. There was one in salvage, and I was trying to bid on it, but it went through the roof. Cool tools. There are some pretty decent blow up spray booths about nowadays. You thought about using that? Yeah, I have. I've looked at them. Dimensions won't work in where I am. And using halogen lamps. I've got loads of infrared lamps. In all honesty, my little heater, I can keep before we started cutting holes in the workshop roof, I could keep the temperature 30 degrees plus in there continuous. So I only use them if I'm doing little spot repairs and stuff like that. Lewis T23, have you still got the Mark 1 Fiesta I'd put away? No, I sold my Mark 1 Fiesta, but Lee's got the little blue Mark 1 Fiesta that's on the channel in the back catalogue. If you have a look, I'm going to do an update on that soon. Anthony Wild, hi Grant, apart from spraying and vaping, do you have any other interests?
Golf.
Yeah, I ain't been out for I broke my shoulder over a year ago, wasn't it?
2 years, yeah.
2 years?
2 years.
I play golf. I ain't played golf for well over a year, probably nearly 2 years. I broke my shoulder. Playing golf. Yeah, my collarbone, and I haven't been since. But yeah, golf, fishing. I ain't been fishing for ages, but I do love a bit of carp fishing.
Making
Make it dough. That's not a hobby, darling. Yeah. So yeah. Where's it gone? I lost now. Leon Quinley. How you doing on the baby one? We're doing fine. Baby's a little bruiser. He'll be crawling very soon. He's figured it out and he's going backwards a little bit.
And round in a circle.
Round in a circle. So it won't be long before he works out how to go forward. Lukey, have you ever wrote any of your cars off in big crashes? I had a Peugeot 309, I think it was, when I was about probably 17 or 18, and me and my mates come back. So either from Bagley's or Camden Palace when I was young. I was probably very intoxicated and shouldn't have been driving. And I managed to get all the way from London back to Harlow where I lived. And the first major roundabout in Harlow we crashed into, I believe. And we all pulled the stereo out of the car, done a runner and left it in the middle of the roundabout. My mate John put me through his windscreen of his Volkswagen Scirocco by the fire station. And I don't know if I've had any other bad crashes. No, that's about it. Damien Fuller, are you getting elbow ache yet? Yes, I am. Ian Crombie, hi Grant, what cars are on the go right now do you think will be classics in about 25 years or so? I've recently been hoarding early Corsa VXRs. Do you think I'm nuts? Yeah, I do think you're nuts. I don't really think they're going to be classics because the younger generation are not really mad on cars like we were. I don't know, it's a hard one to call. I think everyone's jumping on the classic bandwagon, but there ain't many more that I can see becoming a future classic as such. Or even like a Focus ST. I don't even think there's so many of them. I don't think the same with VXRs. I don't think that they're gonna be. Glenn Telfer, what do you think of plastic wrap on cars? Yeah, it's a pretty cool idea. Yeah, I can't see that. I can't see any downside to it. I'm not too mad on the PPF stuff. But yeah, other than that, pretty good. Cool tools. You ever caught a barbel? Yet down the river, I have. Man Craig, what music do you listen to now? All sorts. I think I'm getting quite old because I listen to some talk radio. I've started listening to Absolute Radio, and I listen to Kiss 100 and
Rod Stewart.
Yeah, like Rod Stewart. Bit of Kate Bush.
Kate Bush.
Yeah, all sorts really.
I bash your ear off.
Not really mad on. I just put the radio on and crack on, if that makes sense. Steve Smith E36 M3 Evo Coupe future values, they're going to go up. E30s are going up as well. I don't think they're going to be as strong money. It's like old Fords as such, but they're still blooming good money. Stephen Perry, how's the family? Yeah, good, thank you. Any points on my driving license? Excuse me, no. I've got a clean licence. Funny enough, I started my driving career with 12 points. I passed my test. I had 12 points on the licence. As bad as me. It hit Southend Seafront, parked up the base thumping. Missed those days. Thanks to going Lakeside Car Park every last Saturday of the month. Anthony Wild, yeah, that's the same. Smoky Prey 123, biggest carpet caught, believe is £30 from memory. Sure, I think it's 30. Yeah, 30. And I haven't fished in years and years. Where's the last place I went?
2 years ago.
Went with Ryan over Flyfield, I think.
Yeah, and it was frozen. You woke up, it was
Frozen. Oh no, that was one over in Ware. I can't remember the name of the lakes, but yeah, it was a couple of years ago. Chris Pym, ever thought of doing a Mark 1 Golf? Yeah, I like Mark 1 Golfs. I think they're really nice shape. If one came up for the right money and I had the space and the time, I would probably give it a go. Okay, play sounds we've got rave tapes in the loft. I did have loads, but since we've moved houses, we ain't really got any tapes left, have we?
Not tapes.
No.
CDs.
Did have some old vinyls and stuff and some CDs. Got a Mark II Scirocco, worth holding on to. Des Patterson. If it is the GTI, what was the other one they done? The other model, I can't remember. The Scirocco. Well, if there's a following for the Scirocco, I mean they've got to be quite rare now. Then yeah, I reckon you're probably right. Alan Craig, how did you break a shoulder playing golf? I'm a big lad and I hit the ground quite hard when I swung a club and it left a bit too much of a divot. And I broke my own collarbone. Glenn Telfer, how did you get 12 points, Grant? Glenn, I started driving when I was 12 years old, and if there's anyone at that age, I don't condone driving when you're 12 years old. Started driving at the age of 12, and from the age of 12 until I was actually disqualified from driving before I actually got a licence. I think I passed my test when I was 19 or 18, I can't remember. When I come off my ban, I still had 12 points. Check out Dan Chambers on YouTube. He's doing a golf at the minute. Oh right, okay. I don't know who that is, but I'll have a little look. Smoky Pro. What made you pick the wallpaper from my missus? No idea. I don't actually know.
It's only on the back walls, feature wall.
Yeah, yeah, it's only on the back wall, it's not on the...
I don't...
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying, yeah. It's only on the back wall. Oh, I think I know why I picked this.
Why?
Because if I remember rightly, we ordered something online and it was out of stock or something, wasn't it? So I had to go out and get some paper. Yeah, that's what happened there. Merman Craig, do you do any flip edge masking or use 3M soft edge masking? I do some flip edge masking, yeah, with masking tape, and I also use soft edge foam. J tape is what I use. Neil Gott, are you a self-taught painter or did you go to college? I'm self-taught, yep. Right, didn't realise how long we've been online for. Guys, that's it from me. I need a vape and I want to have a little cuddle with a baby and say hello to the missus, because I'd only been home half hour before I come on here and done the live. Thanks everyone for watching and taking part, and I'll see you all very soon. Stay safe and be lucky.